Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the emerging news according to the Star, yesterday night at around 2 a.m., a group of unknown people suspected to be heavily armed attacked the rural home belonging to Busia Senator Okiya Omtatah, demanding to know his whereabouts. And the relatives to Okiya Omtatah were harassed for more than 1 hour in bid to force them to produce Okiya Omtatah. They were held hostage. And the worst is that these suspected armed goons went on to grab a wife to Okiya Omtatah's brother after she had gone to help herself, and she was beaten in a bid to force her to tell the senator's whereabouts. That was the situation yesterday night at 2 a.m. in Busia County at the home of Okiya Omtatah. Now look at that scenario. You are a senator elected to serve people. Then we have this kind of people. These people did not just thought of getting to Okiya Omtatah's home. There are individuals who organized them, probably paid to go and execute that which they were attempting to do. So 2 questions here, or 3. Who are these individuals? Who sent them? And for what reason? Those are the questions. And we want to try and go deeper into that to understand what is going on. But just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, Okiya Omtatah is a man who has stood in the gap to defend Kenyans every time when the government comes with policies that are against the law or are meant to intimidate Kenyans or forcefully take some kind of taxes from Kenyans unlawfully. So Omtatah has always stood in the gap to defend the oppressed against the oppressor. During Uhuru Kenyatta's time, now William Ruto's time, and even during Moi's time, he has stood the test of the time. So there are 2 things here. Number 1, at the national level, Okiya Omtatah said that he is determined to block the revised version of the housing levy, something that he still believes that it is unconstitutional, against the law, it should never be implemented. So there is that kind of continuation of this fight between him and Ruto. So that case is still there. We know housing levy was debated again after the court blocked it. So there is the revised version of this. Omtatah is still on that. Beside this, he still has another case with the Busia Governor, Otuoma. And this reminds us what Omtatah had went through. There was a time he was at Busia law courts. So when he was leaving, organized goons in a vehicle were following him. So they decided to stone his Probox vehicle, a car, but he ran quickly to safeguard himself. That was after he was leaving the court. What had he gone to the court? Okiya Omtatah wrote more than 12 letters to the county government of Busia, directly to the governor, asking him to provide documents as far as the use of money is concerned in Busia County, because he believed that there is possibility of corruption going on, abuse of resources in Busia County. 12 letters, no response. So he decided to go to the court so that the court can compel the governor to produce documents. Omtatah has refused to go and play politics in the funeral. He has refused to go for the populist politics. He decided to deal with the papers. And I think this is someone who can now deliver results, because his eye is more focused on what he wants. So many were meant to believe that the senator was stoned by these goons simply because he went to the court to compel the governor to produce these documents. So these goons might have been organized by the Busia governor, Okiya. That was the belief. So if that happened, and now we are talking about these goons now raiding Senator Okiya Omtatah's home, who might have sent them? It is very easy for many to conclude that there can be a possibility that the goons who are heavily armed definitely might have been sponsored or sent by the governor, who has a contest with the senator in the court as far as documents and transactions of money in Busia County is concerned. That is a possibility. So many can be made to believe like this. And there is also a question the public is asking. Why did that? The first attack to the senator. The minority leader in the Senate never talked about this. Omtatah ako side ya minority. Hayuko kwa serikali. But the minority leader never talked about this. And again, the majority leader did not talk about this. They never condemned it. Wote walinyamaza. Governor ni wa ODM. Na Ruto ni wa serikali majority. So these two leaders kept quiet. Today this has happened. Now ODM party leadership has come out to condemn. And now they are demanding the DCI to do the investigation and let the crooks be brought to a book. So now they are speaking. But we have never seen both sides condemning what Okiya Omtatah went through. He is just a senator like them, trying to execute his work within the law. Now that one aside, come to the issue of housing levy. Ruto at one point made some weird comments as far as the sword is concerned. Muliona nilipewa panga kubwa pale, hiyo panga mnadhani ilikuwa ya kata mboga, ilikuwa ya kudili na wakora na watu ambao wanasimama mbele ya kazi ambayo nataka kufanya. Look at that. Omtatah told them about that finance bill. Housing levy. Sometime back in Busia, during an interdenomination prayer function organized by the state. You can remember Ruto's response. So there was a kind of, disagreement between the two. Now we have this case in the court. Many can be meant to believe and conclude that the goons who are heavily armed at Okiya Omtatah's home definitely might have been sponsored by the state to cause mayhem, intimidate Okiya Omtatah, so that he can drop that case in the court or stop proceeding with the blocking of the revised version of housing levy. That can also be another conclusion. Sababu alisema panga ilipewana ifanye kazi panga kubwa. Sasa kazi ni kama hiyo. That can be also another conclusion. So definitely, Omtatah has two wars. the county level work with the governor as far as documents, transaction, and running of the Busia County government is concerned. Anataka documents kujua tu kazi inafanyika aje, kuna corruption, that's a war. Another one ni mambo ya oppressing heavily taxed Kenyans on affordable housing. Haya yote yanaweza kufanya Senator Okiya Omtatah apitie yale mambo anapitia kwa saizi, kupitia kushurutishwa, kupigwa vita za aina hiyo na mengine mengi tu. I don't know your views, but let us be in the comment section to continue with this discussion. But we condemn this kind of heinous act. This should never happen to anyone unless the state should tell us who is behind this. We are seeing our own Kenyans dying in Elgeyo Marakwet, that is Then we are talking about the issue of insecurity in Nairobi. Why not use this police if they are the ones doing this kind of things? Take them to Haiti also. Kejo Valley issues and other things. I think this government is misplacing their priorities and abusing power. Power is transit. One day they will not have this power.